Hello gang, welcome back. As you can see, I kind of messed up the title, but I didn't rewrite it. I'm gonna do a series of 3 different multiplying polynomials examples, highlighting the 3 different methods. So this is going to be method 1, and this is going to be the definition of it, which is distribution. The mathematics behind it say that all multiplication of polynomials has to use the distributive property. When you have, in this case, a binomial 2x plus 3 times a trinomial x squared plus 3x minus 2, what you'll end up doing is you'll take this first term 2x and you will multiply it by x squared plus 3x minus 2. Now we take the second term, which is a plus 3, and we're going to distribute that to the x squared plus 3x minus 2. So this is, like I said, the mathematical underlyings of everything. Every method that we use is just going to be a different way of organizing the same idea of distributing from one term and 2 terms. So since we're multiplying by a binomial, we have 2 distributions that we have to take place. So we multiply. 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. 2x times 3x, well, 2 times 3 is positive 6, so I'll put a positive 6. X times x is x squared. 2 times negative 2, negative 4. And then we have an x. So I distributed the 2x to the 3 terms in the trinomial. Now I get to distribute the 3 to the 3 terms of the trinomial. So plus 3 times x squared is a positive 3x squared. Plus 3 times 3x. 3 times 3 is 9, so we get plus 9x. Plus 3 times a negative 2 is a negative 6. Now, what I'm going to do is I take a moment to examine the different powers. I have a cubed, squared, a first power, and a constant. So I have 4 different ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this structure that will basically, in here, I'm not going to put them in here, so I'm just going to use this kind of for instructional purposes. These are my x cubes. These are my x squareds. These are my x's. And these are my constants. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to take the 2x cubed and put it in the first term. Now, I don't see any other x cubes. If I want to use a highlighter to get rid of the, say, oh, I use that term. Organization, at this point, we're not going to be using huge numbers. We're not going to be multiplying 3-digit numbers times 4-digit numbers or anything like that. We just need to be organized and organize the thoughts that we have and the values that we have. So, colored pencils work. You could cross out things with colored pencils. Highlighters work. Highlighters work fantastically. I would recommend going and getting a pack of 4, so you have 4 different colors. So you can just use them. I love sticky notes, highlighters, all of that kind of stuff. Anything to help keep things organized. Now, the next group is x squared. So, I see 2 of them. I see the 6x squared from here, and I see the plus 3x squared from here. Now I need my x's. And I only see 2 of those again, so I'll make my parentheses a little bit bigger. I get negative 4x plus 9x. And then I have my constants. Well, let's just do that, just so we can. And my constants is a negative 6. Now, that's an equal. Sorry, that's an equal. All your problems should look like this. If they don't look like this, you're not doing it right. You should have this expression equals this expression, which equals this expression, which equals this, which equals this, which equals this. If you don't put them like this, I will be correcting and giving you corrections on that, and you won't be getting full credit because you're not doing things in the proper form. If you're doing things in a different method, that's totally different. But if you're using this method, they have to be in the proper form. This line right here, you don't really need to have that. You can just start grouping, but I just wanted to emphasize that we're going to group them in descending order so our final answer is in standard form. So, my x cubes, I just get 2x cubed. I have x squareds. So I'm going to get a certain amount of x squareds. I have 6 and 3, so I have 9 total. That's an x squared. I saw the 6. I apologize. I do that all the time. It happens. We fix the mistakes we make. Admit to them and fix them. That's the easiest thing. Best advice I can give you. Admit to the mistake and fix it. And then figure out why you made the mistake. For me, it's just I'm a bit absent-minded at times. Now I have a negative 4x plus a 9x. So negative 4 plus 9, or you could say 9 minus 4. That's positive 5x. And I just have a negative 6. And we are finished with this. Now a trinomial times a binomial up here is one of your more complicated ones. A trinomial times a trinomial, you're going to end up with 3 distributions because you'll have 3 terms times 3 terms. So you have 3 different distributions. If it's just 2x times all this, you'll have 1 distribution. But remember, everything is based off the distribution property. So that's step 1. That's the first type of activity that we're going to do. The next one, we're going to deal with some organizational, different ways of organizing our multiplication.